What's up, guys? Welcome back for the next episode of Oddsparks. So, I made some little changes, nothing too crazy. Added some more supply chests around the place. I think that one was actually there already. But I also added some compressors to the line. Added some little, crates and stuff all over this place. I got a comment earlier from one of my viewers saying that, I shouldn't worry too much about, minimum amounts of sparks on lines and stuff like that. I can always go back and fix it later, and you know what? Dang it, they're right. I've been a little bit hesitant to... I completely forgot I put all this in. Oh, wait, no, I didn't put this in there. They put that in there. That's funny. Yeah, I'll have to destroy that, I think. I mean, it's not really that big a deal. Whatever. But yeah, basically they were just saying, hey, you've got an issue as far as, oh, these guys aren't dropping off fast enough, huh? I mean, I can fix that. All I'd have to do is just get rid of this crate and extend this path and just kind of not worry about that. It wasn't really that big a deal in the first place. So, let's go ahead and do that, huh? I mean, they are collecting one every single time, so I guess technically they're keeping up. Maybe it's not a problem. Yeah, I guess they're keeping up. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more judicious with how I spread out, my sparks and stuff like that. If they need it, I'll do it. I'm not going to worry about it, and I'll worry about fixing it later. So I'm going to try and keep my setups a little bit more compact, so that way it's a little bit easier in the future when I do want to disable some of this stuff and redo it. So we're going to be throwing some extra sparks onto this line here. I'll just need to get some more stumpy sparks for that. Now we could actually just parlay straight into carry sparks. I do have crafty sparks being produced right now, so we could do that. So it's not a terrible idea, and I've got a decent amount saved up right now, so we could get started on that, and I think I will, actually. So let's grab some sawn timber, considering I don't really have any. It's not sawn timber, this is sawn timber. That should be enough. Okay. I think they were, yeah, over here. Hello, Bielefeld. We're going to turn that Bielefeld into a farm eventually. So I let the game run for a few minutes while I was setting up all those crates and stuff like that. So we do end up having a good little backflow of wooden blades right now, and so we'll be sure to turn those in here in a moment. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up some temporary crates and paths. And I don't actually have, you know what? You guys can be the first ones to work on this line. How about that? Oops, not those ones. There we go. Hello, my little carry sparks. There you go. Way to go. Very good, very good. So, another thing that was mentioned to me was what these ancient replicas even are, which, can we not? Oh, no, I can. Yeah. So, let's see. I guess you can only do it on world generation, but the way that ancient replicas work is they make it so that you can set down your own little bases, and that way you wouldn't have to worry about like the positioning issue we had here, where these guys are way over here, far from these giant trees and stuff like that. It's pretty much just putting down the little base here, which is useful. Don't get me wrong. But hey, we can't do it from here. It's okay. I'm completely fine with that, because I would imagine it has to work as far as the quests are concerned. Like, it would have to get rid of some quests in order to enable that. So, it is what it is. We'll continue playing like this. I don't think it's that big a deal. Honestly, I kind of like having to work around some of these bases and their location. It's like half the game, in my opinion. So, I'm okay with that. Alright, we got a few of them. We can swap out some of these. Which ones would I like to swap out? Great question. Let's think about that while I turn in some of these blades that I've got, huh? Oh yeah, as you can see, we've got the residue up and running. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Oh. Well, I mean, I've got the wooden blades. Probably because I have the multiple quests up for you, so it doesn't know which one to distribute to. That's fine. Okay, now we can turn some of those in. So now we just need the sawn timber. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll turn in the wooden blades over here for the organics processing. There we go. Now we can do fertilizer. Okay, clump dividing. Yes, that is definitely what we want. And we do have enough. Almost like I planned it. I didn't. Okay. Spark thrower, kill the forest bunnies. I mean, that's fine. I don't necessarily need to do that right now. We'll do it eventually. What does it take for a spark thrower again? We need bark. Okay, so we need to get the bark processing all up and running on some tree somewhere. I think we'll just do that over here. I've got this one set up for that. So here's what we can do. Oh, wait, you know, I didn't even do the spark process or the bark harvesting quest yet. Now we can pin it since we have a little bit more room. But that takes loamy sparks. This shouldn't be a problem considering we can do fertilizer now. Not an issue. We'll get a temporary one of those up here pretty soon. But for now, I would like to swap out some of these guys for carry sparks. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Not too bad. Now, I don't necessarily have enough right now. But, yeah. Let's go with, oh... 6 will probably be enough for that. We'll do that for now. We'll have to swap these up to 2. It's a lot easier to switch them to 2 than it is to switch 1. Because the default, if you didn't know, the default for these is if it's on 0 and it's a freshly placed one, if I push 1 to the right, it doesn't actually go to 1, it goes to 2. You have to press it like twice and it goes to 2. So it bypasses 1 for some reason. It's weird. I don't know. It's like if I do that, it stays at 0. So I have to go over 2. It doesn't matter. All you need to know is it takes 2 button impresses to get to 2, whereas it takes 3 to get to 1. Which doesn't make sense, but that's okay. I don't need to make sense right now. I need to continue expanding the factory. That's what I need to do. Hey, if you're enjoying the series, make sure you hit that like button. Always helps out a lot. Alright, so you need more sawn timber, huh? It's okay. It's completely fine. You know, considering the amount of wood that we actually have producing right now on this this little line over here, I was thinking of adding in another spark shrine. For that I need crystals. I don't actually have any of those. That's fine, I'll take these. But yeah, I was thinking about adding in another spark workbench, but I need to get rid of this thing first, and for that I need different sparks, unfortunately. Could always do it like this direction. I don't really like the idea of that, but we can. But yeah, we could turn that into more stumpy sparks. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Then the issue would just be getting all of the wood over in this general direction, which not a terribly difficult thing to do. But anyway, let's get all these guys. Let's take these. Let's go drop these off over here. Yeah, we want to focus a lot on getting our carry sparks up and running and replacing what we've currently got going, just for efficiency's sake. Alright. Take those. We could take these. And then I'll have to figure out what to do with all these stumpy sparks. It's okay. One thing at a time. That's another thing I'll probably need to work on right now, is I keep wanting to rush and hurry and all that, but that's kind of against the whole idea of this game, you know? So, yeah. Take these. These guys are late coming back. Okay. So, you should be fine with one. You'll probably need... I don't even know. Let's get 2 on there. Let's get 2 there for now. 1 here, 1 here. Look at you, all by yourself. Alright, now how many of these do we have? 7. Not a lot. Not a lot. Here, tell you what, for the meantime, we can do that. Actually, I should have probably set you on your way the other way, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, that'll work out. Okay. So you'll work on making more crafty sparks for us. That should be fine. Should probably set up another crate for these guys, just so they don't have to worry about that. Okay. Very much a band-aid. You know, I don't even know why I'm running all this way. I mean, I'm doing it for the carry sparks. That's why I'm doing it. But, yeah, it is a little bit silly having to go back and forth like this. Yeah, so we need to get 40 crafty sparks, 40 wooden blades, which isn't a problem, and the fertilizer, which again, not really a problem. We can do that relatively easily, to the point that I can actually just kind of throw this down here for now. Just so it's kind of producing while we're doing all this stuff. Now, are there any changes I'd like to make to this whole line setup? Not really. That should work for that. I don't know if I need 2 on this line, now that I'm thinking about it. That's okay. They've got more than enough little dudes to continue producing crafty sparks for now. Oh yeah, have to change that. Okay. So that's good. Let's go see about grabbing some more. Then we'll need to swap out for our blade production, all those guys that are running around. Then we can take the ones that were over there and we can turn them into crafty sparks. That'll be good. Out of your little supplies. Then once we can kind of double down on crafty spark production, then we can get our woodland sparks R&D done. And that might get us the necessary amount of quests completed for the what's it called? The trophy, getting through the woodland sparks section without needing to. Oh, I definitely don't need this many on here. Forgot that I only had so many on here. Okay, let's go with 3. Let's go with 4, actually. Okay, you guys can get swapped out immediately. So now they're delivering 4 instead of 2. Very good. Okay. I think that's good. I think they're producing enough. Okay, yeah, they're full. You're gonna get swapped. You're gonna get swapped. I can leave these 2 for here for now. I think that's good. Then we'll just need to put a couple on this line here. Okay. There we go. I'll take those. Okay. That's helping, I think. We'll just need to get some more and throw them on this line and this line. Thankfully, since we didn't have a whole lot of lines set up, relatively easy to transfer them over. And now moving forward, hopefully it should be much more efficient. It's like a snowball, you know? Oh, I didn't grab enough stuff, of course. Need to grab more sawn timber. Alright. I need sawn timber. What takes that? What takes that and only that? These do. If you didn't know you could do that, by the way, you can. It's kind of a cheaty way to get materials that you might need, so you can kind of teleport materials to you. Not too bad. I think I showcased that in the previous series, but I didn't do it very often. Once you get your production all set up, it's not really much of an issue. I mean, needing the raw materials isn't really something you need later on in the game, so something to consider, I suppose. Okay, go 2 there, get 1 here. It's a shorter path from here to here, so this 1 could be enough. I don't know. We'll see. It's not really a big, huge concern right now. Okay. So, now that we've got a lot of them taken care of, we just need to kind of reinforce the lines, get them going, and then we can start thinking about doubling up our Stumpy Spark production, which isn't a terrible idea. I would have to kind of refactor how some of our lines are doing right now. Isn't that big a deal. But for the time being, Let's turn in these quests. Okay, so... let's turn in our woodland sparks, at least what we've got. Then we just need the... oh, we need a little bit more fertilizer, which has probably been produced by now. And then the crafty sparks, which is going to take a little bit, because they don't produce incredibly quickly. Speaking of, let's grab some of these. I might keep that initial little setup made and use it. Haven't decided yet. Let's throw one here. There you go. Little guy. Alright. The rest of these can get placed in various positions and we'll be good to go. Okay, that should help with the production on that. How are you operating? Still a little slow. We'll need at least one more guy in there. How's this doing? This is looking alright. It'll be better once we get a few more sparks. Look at that. A few more sparks. Alright. I think that'll do for now. More wouldn't hurt, though. Let's be honest. Not quite enough. That's okay. We'll get more as we continue on. Okay, so... oh, it'd help if I actually put some of these guys back over here, huh? For now, they'll have to do with one. We'll add more shortly. Oh yeah, forgot that these guys have slightly longer range. Okay. Seems fine. They seem to be keeping up with it. Okay, so with these other ones we've got, I think we can go ahead. Oh, got the. Oh, hey, I got the trophy for reduce, reuse, recycle. I guess it's cumulative, not total. Or, yeah, cumulative, not made amount. Whatever. A total of 100 etheric residue has been done. So between the last save and this save. So, okay. Cool. Let's throw... Well, I guess we don't need to do that. One more over there. Put one there. Put one there. I think that's okay. You're slowly being whittled down. Throw one more on there. Okay, I think this line is good. We could throw more on here. Again, I'm probably not putting enough down where I need to, but I think this is keeping up for now. Okay, cool. Now, do I want to consider utilizing this guy? I would have to restructure the lines, how I've got them set up to a certain point anyway. Like, up to this point, I would have to restructure them into a splitter kind of a section, probably. This section, I would just have to reroute around the splitter. Do I want to bother with that right now? Probably not. Let's not. That would add unnecessary things. Okay. What do loamy sparks need again? Wasn't much. Yeah, just fertilizer and ether shards. Okay. And we need bark. Okay. For bark, we need more wooden blades. Wooden blades, I can get some from here. How many do we have? Just 39. More than enough of those. Then we need the loamy sparks. The loamy sparks, we need the fertilizer, so we need some leaves real quick. So, let's see about getting some leaves. So, yeah, well, I mean, I've got 10 fertilizer on me. We could use that fertilizer to create some loamy sparks, and then we can use those loamy sparks to create some fertilizer. It's the circle of life, don't you know? I don't have any crafty sparks on me, so we'll just put those in there for now. Well, now that we've got our wooden blade production in earnest, I could start transferring some of them over to the creation of our choppy sparks, which isn't a terrible idea. We'll consider that after we get carry sparks all taken care of. They're going to be the biggest helper as far as random things are concerned. So there's our loamy sparks. It's technically all we need for the quest. I'd like a few more, though. So we'll get a few more. Okay. Now, before we end the episode, I'm going to take this whole setup that we've got over here for our cutter. I'm going to move it. I don't think I've got... I do, okay. So, let's take that. Let's delete this. One of the few times I really use the copy tool. Can drop this off, let's say, here. There we go. You can go right back to what you were doing. There we go. A minute, huh? It's a little bit better. Not like I have any shards on me, but whatever. Okay, so now we can get the bark harvesting. Then we can really get started on some of our automation, mostly for the loamy sparks and all that. Good. Alright. Still need our crafty sparks. Still need a little bit more fertilizer, but that's kind of in the works. Not terrible. We're almost done with Woodland Sparks R&D. Not too bad. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.